Aaron Ramsdale released an article in the Players' Tribune this week, hitting quite a few very difficult subjects that he talked about. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the article itself.
I think the article was great, very open, very transparent. I think he expressed what he feels about the topics that he discussed, and I think he was very brave to do it the way he did it.
He spoke about you at one point, how you supported him during a really difficult time last season when his wife had a miscarriage. How's that feel, reading those words from a player of yours? And is that maybe an area of your job that people forget about, that personal touch?
Well, we cannot forget, because at the end we're dealing with people, with human beings, and we are responsible to manage a lot of decisions with the players and things that can affect their lives, so we have a big responsibility there, and whenever we can, obviously, we have to support and be close to them, because I know how much it means, not only me, but the clubs, his teammates, everybody, that bit supportive of things when they need to.
Now on to Sunday, Community Shield, another visit there. Last time you were there, a successful trip a few years ago. Where would you say the squad is at in their preparations for the new season going into this one?
Very excited to play a final, have the option to win a trophy. We're playing against the team that is the team to beat, is the best team in Europe last season, and we know what the standards are and what we're going to need to win the game, but really excited.
A week ago, you described the size of the squad as unsustainable. We saw Austin Trusty leave the club yesterday. How close are you to getting the squad reduced to the level that you want?
Well, we are in the process. We are working on a few things. We have to make a few decisions. There's still time to do that. We are very happy with the squad that we have, that's for sure. But as well, we have to make sure that we can have and share the minutes in the right way for the team to have a healthy competition within the squad, and we are working on that.
Is there an optimum number of players you want in the squad?
Optimal people and optimal players, that's what I want.
Just a couple more, just quickly. Gabriel Jesus, how's he been since the procedure on Wednesday?
He's fine. Obviously, he was very disappointed. He was feeling really good, and this issue came up. Obviously, nobody expected that we had to do a little procedure there, but unfortunately, it was the best thing to do, and as quick as possible, the better. And we made that decision, and I'm sure he will be back soon and very fit.
And finally, team news ahead of the game on Sunday. Is Bukayo feeling better?
Yeah, Bukayo was much better. He trained today, so I don't expect anybody not playing.
No concerns?
No, not at the moment.
Thanks, Miguel.
Thank you.
And welcome back, George. Thanks, George from BBC.
Hello, Miguel. How are you?
Hello. I'm very good. You?
Yes, not too bad, thank you. You say Man City's the team to beat. I just wondered, you lost to Leeds by 5 points. So, with your summer signings, Timber, Rice, and Havertz, do you think they could be worth 10 points more for Arsenal this season, possibly?
I don't have a clue. If you put that in...
Is that too simplistic?
Yes, it is. And what happened last season and this season is something that you cannot compare. There are other teams as well that they have strengthened and they will be much better as well. So I wish it was that simple, but unfortunately it's not.
Declan Rice was subject to a lot of transfer activity, particularly Man City as well. Can you just tell us how you convinced him to sign for you instead of them?
We just explained our thoughts on him, the project that we are building, what his role was going to be in the club, in the team, and he bought into that very much from day one, not only him but his family as well, and we are delighted to have him.
And David Raya is Brentford keeper. Is there any update you can give us at all on whether he's coming in?
No updates. Thank you.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Hope you're well. You said a lot of times last season that Arsenal were a club that were on a journey, and there's lots of excitement around the fan base, given the amount of investment that's been made this summer. So where are you on that journey? And do you feel like this is the start of a new era or a new dawn for the club, that you could be challenging for trophies every season now, and last season wasn't just going to be a one-off?
This is what we want, and be in every front, fighting for the trophies and playing and being as a club in every front seeking to be the best and excellence. But we have to prove that. You know, what we did last year is something, and it wasn't enough to win the biggest trophy and the one that we were looking after. And we have to be better, and that comes with every day trying to be better and make better decisions and play better and deserve to win the games. And at the end, the outcome will come by himself.
You said earlier City are the best team in Europe. Jurgen Klopp said earlier this week that Man City are the only side that can realistically say they can challenge for the title this season, and all the other teams are just competing for the Champions League spaces. I wondered what your reaction was to that.
Well, I respect that. Obviously, they've shown the consistency over the years, and they merit that respect from everybody for what they've done. And you want to challenge that championship, you know, the 12 points that you're going to be needing, and this is unheard in this league for the last 100 years. So that's the standards, and if you want to be there, you know what you have to do. It's very simple.
And on Declan Rice, he said already that he's learned so much from you tactically in such a short space of time. So I wondered what you've learned about Declan Rice so far in the time you worked with him.
I don't know, that's leave a player that is already excellent. Make sure that we don't make him worse, you know, that he puts all the qualities and abilities that he has and let express his personality and the way he feels the game in the right way. And if we can help him with a few things, that's what we try to do, but try to accommodate his qualities to the team to be better.
And last one from me, on Kai Havertz. Now you've seen pre-season with him. Where do you see him fitting in this Arsenal side?
Well, he's played the majority of the moments as an attacking midfielder on the left, but he can play on the right. He's played as a winger, coming inside as a 9, as a false 9. So we will see, depending as well. We are seeing a lot of things. I think the team gives you a lot of information every day, and some connections and some relationship that you didn't expect, and you feel, look what is happening there, and it's natural. So we have to have the eyes open to that and don't just close the door to something, because sometimes it's not the best thing to do.
That's great. Best luck again.
Thank you.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Last year, obviously, now you've proven that you can compete against Man City on the pitch. So landing a player like Declan, is that important as well, that you prove now that the club's got the power to challenge them off the pitch as well for the best players available?
I think the important thing is that when we have a target, that we have the resources that we need to bring that player in, but as well that we can convince him that what we tell him excites him, that he feels inspired and he wants to be part of it, and that's the feeling that we are getting with every player that we want to sign, but as well with the players that we already have here, that is the ones that we really have to look after, that they maintain that feeling and that willingness to be here and drive the club to be better every single day, and for them as players improve every day as well.
With the three that came in terms of Declan, Kai and obviously Yuri, they've all won big trophies in their careers already. Is that another important aspect, that they're bringing a winning mentality into the dressing room as well?
Yeah, that's helpful. Obviously, we recruit them from important teams, and bringing those experiences, and the three of them are really young, but they already done a lot in the game and with international football as well, with the national teams, which is great.
It's early days, obviously, for Declan, but he was West Ham's captain for over 50 Premier League games. Does that give any kind of indication that he could come straight in and go into your leadership group, or is it too early to think about?
His leadership skill is unquestionable, and when you met him and you sit 5 minutes with him, you get already the feeling and the impression that he's someone that is going to help so much the dressing room and the approach that we want to take games and have the initiative in our way of living. But things take time and they have to be natural, and if it has to happen, it will happen.
Last couple in the last section, Kai.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
So the last time you faced Manchester City was that game in the Etihad in April. You went into that game, sort of City being the only Big Six team that you haven't managed to beat. Do you think your players went into that game a bit fearful of their opponents that day?
I don't think, but obviously the game started in a way that we didn't want, and they were better. They were better in every department. They deserved to win the game without a question of a doubt. So for us to win the trophy on Sunday, we're going to have to be much better than we were that day, that's for sure.
And is there any fear that you sense going into this one? Obviously City, apart from that FA Cup semi-final a few years ago, the only Big Six team you haven't been able to beat for a while now. Do you think that's an extra motivation, or do you think there's some apprehension?
Yes, time to do it.
Just a quick one on the fans, Mikel. It's been a busy summer already with the US Tour, Emirates Cup, and now Sunday, where they'll be back in their tens of thousands supporting Arsenal. Do you have a message for them?
Well, thank you, because they've been absolutely incredible, and went to the US and I've been there a few times, but this season especially was incredible. The amount of support and love that they are showing towards the team and the club. So we have to be really grateful, try to maintain the level, improve it, and try to give everything back to them, because it's worth it to sit where we are and how people feel about the club.